We create our own opportunities. Trying to go for that pink jersey. Sprints with Megan.
I'm always thinking about like outcomes and like the good and the bad. You could kind of say I'm from a cycling family. I grew up outdoors doing all different kinds of sports like dirt biking, skiing. We did track and field, and I always say like we, because my brother and I were a year and a half apart, so we did everything together, I would say. But like outside, we go like skateboarding, riding, and then my dad raced a little bit in college to do rehab from football injuries. And then he fell in love with the sport and then continued on racing through college a little bit. And then my brother and I were like, hey, like, can we ride with you? But my parents were really hesitant because it's not very safe to have a 9-year-old, 10-year-old on the road with all the cars. And then finally my parents gave in and caved and let my brother and I jump on the road one day. And then it kind of just took off from there. Riding like a loop around the neighborhood, switching off bikes between my brother and I, sharing my mom's old bike, and then getting our own bikes to racing locally, and then yeah, the rest is history, I guess.
But what I want to talk about, or we want to talk about actually with you, is about the Giro and the Tour. And it's the two biggest races, stage races on the calendar. We'll look forward to that a bit, but we'll also look a bit back on how we went into this season. Yeah? The team lost a chunk of its biggest riders over the off-season, and we should expect to see them at the front of races less in 2023. And then we had a lot of this, and then we had more of this, and this, they're the other way around, and this, and this, and this. And I could have put way more races in where we didn't come over the line like this, but we did a really good job as well. And that led to this, and this one, and of course this one. Yeah. Unfortunately, they're both not here at the moment, but they're always here, of course. And because it's so nice, more of this. Now, first the team goals. Yeah? First one, team goals. Great teamwork, biggest goal. Yeah? I could have easily put here, we're going to win 5 stages or blah, 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 get a podium, win the GC. But everything starts with great teamwork. The base of our success, we should give it the biggest attention to do the same in a race like the Giro. Great teamwork, most important thing. The attacking mindset, yeah? We got to keep that going. It's really important. It's easy to say, oh, it's now for a GC, let's lean back, let's not lose time. No. Let's try and get time, yeah? Have the attacking mindset. How we're going to do it. We create our own opportunities. I think we've got to do every race, every day. And in the Giro, 10 days in a row, trying to go for that pink jersey. Trying to go for as good as possible result in the end, in the GC. With Juliette, who, yeah, I don't need to explain why. Sprints with Megan. Still confident about that? I think for everyone here, we know Megan can moan a bit sometimes about how hard the climbing is, but we also know she's quite a good climber for a sprinter. And then stage win from attacks where possible, and that could be with everyone who's riding there. Yeah, we go for the attacking mindset, and the most of it is for that GC, for that sprint. But there are also going to be days where we go in the attack. It's a bit of an in-between stage, and where someone of the other riders can go for a day result, for the win.
Like it gets me, but it's not like, it's more pressure for myself. I don't feel other people's pressure on me. It's just like my own pressure that I want to perform. So it just comes from me. I definitely think that, like, with the whole like roster change and stuff like that, and the discussions that I had with the directors and their like vision for me going forward as a rider, it was more like building on like a classics type of rider or sprinter at the end of hard races, because I was more of a pure sprinter as a junior, but now I'm kind of developing where it's like I'm not the fastest sprinter, but like I can be there at the end of hard races and have a good kick at the end. So I think that was like trusting the whole training process, because it was a perfect lead, like not a perfect lead in, but like a really nice slow build, and trusting the coaches, trusting the directors, and then the race program. It all just fell in line this year.
For some it's a really big goal, for some it's more of a development goal, for some it's like just really nice to be a support rider in a race like this, for some it means no Giro, no Tour, it's also possible, but then still the preparation is going to be really valuable for everyone's development. Yeah? I think a lot of GC riders look at things as dangers. Ooh, I can lose time here. I want us to look at things as opportunities. We can gain some time here. Yeah? Of course, losing time is never what you want, but I want to have the mindset we're trying to win time instead of we're trying not to lose time. It's very important that we all keep the atmosphere there, like, okay, someone still needs to do the best performance of her life today. Let's give her the circumstances and the environment to do that. Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever call this like home, but it's definitely a home away from home in the best way possible, because if not, I'd have to pay for somewhere probably in Spain or something, and then during the spring classics flying from Spain or something over every time. Here in the spring, like everyone stays here normally in the spring because it's so easy for transportation, because every spring classics live within like a 3-hour radius of here, so it's like a nice home base. And then also have teammates around, because if you want to go out for a training ride or whatever, you always have someone to ride with. You have your own space, you have support, like the service course is like more north of here, but if you ever need anything, people are always driving down, so you always have the support. And then, yeah, it's just nice to have someone to always be like, oh, hey, like I need this, or can you pick me up from the train station? Or you just always feel like you kind of have like someone close to make sure you're okay. So it's quite nice to be here. Yeah, I was hoping there would be more sprint stages, because I know last year there was a lot of opportunity. So if in a stage race, it's nice that you have back-to-back opportunities, because you can make a mistake and fix it. Especially for me, getting more opportunities this year to like learn from that, because I still have only rode like 6 finals probably as this main sprinter, so it's still learning. But this year, yeah, being the sprinter for the Giro, it's a massive race before the Women's Tour of Femmes. Yeah, it was the biggest race for us on the calendar, so it's still such a nice opportunity to take. And then, yeah, we'll see how the sprint stages play out, and hopefully can get some results there.